Hello everybody, this is a video dealing with the qualities of the months of Sivan as in the situations and the emotional issues that we all have, particularly in this crazy world in which we live in which all the lies are piled up as if they were true, and all the things people want to do, which are not right, are being portrayed as something that people should be doing. All of a sudden, they don't know what a woman is, and all kinds of bad stuff is happening, and is condoned by the supposed leader, and pushed, especially in the land of Israel, where things are going to be taken to the extremely. We should all ignore that. Sivan is the month of Matan Torah. That is to say that from that moment on, that the Torah was given to the Jewish people, the whole world has kind of the deepest remedy. Everything we need to have our illnesses, both in the spiritual and psychological sense, and the physical sense, is all given in the Torah. Therefore, Mansa Sivan carries the most powerful remedies for everything. What does that actually mean? How does that work? First of all, it's the finishing of the Sphere Soimer, which is some kind of a, how shall we put it? We put it in this way. It is like the Sphere Soimer is like a series of spiritual surgeries to insert the great lights of happened around Pesach all the way through to Shavuot into the person's internal sense and understanding, undoing the blockages we all have and overriding all those sad things we all feel. How does it happen? You have to be tuned with Hashem. You have to be tuned with God. We're playing with so many stupid stuff. We're listening to so many things we don't need. Therefore, we don't hear the voice that's calling us to find a way to heal ourselves. And because of this, it's extremely important to recognize that the month of Matan Torah, even though it was given in the beginning of the month, the entirety of the month is a time not unlike Iyar. Ani Hashem Rofecha, I'm Hashem your healer. Here, this is your work. I gave you the tools, and the only way to work out those internal issues, and I'm dealing with a lot of marital issues, or fights between people, anger issues, all kinds of things that stem from internal pain that many people we all have. Because we all have internal pain, we don't have the ability to override it and overcome it unless we turn to the source. It's in this regard, it's irrelevant whether the person is Jewish or not. The call of God still goes to everyone, since we all are His creations, and we all have, part in it, and He's God for everyone, inclusively, without pushing anyone away. Unless they want to go away, then in that case, they're having a much harder time being healthy mentally, physically, and otherwise. To me, the best way to look at Sivan is the simplest way. Because God gave us the Ten Commandments and the rest of the world, the 7 Commandments of the Noachite laws, one of the key to health is Birchas Hashem. Whatever one person does, he has to be blessing Hashem for having it, first God for having this. Because otherwise, the curse is the person think that they do it themselves. So if it works out, the ego is inflated. If it doesn't work out, it becomes a source of breakdowns and sorrows and all kinds of things. Particularly if we come to marital issues, structures of families and so on, in the matter of financial issues. A lot of the time, the biggest mistake people make is to think that they make money. We don't. Everything comes from God. Yes, He gives us opportunities. We have to work. We have to do whatever we need to do to earn a living. No question about that. But we're not the main thing. If a person sits in the office without learning Torah, without forgetting God exists, then he or she, these days, are slaves to what they do. And a slave is never happy, is never complete, is always feeling, or she's always feeling, that they have to move forward, they haven't done enough, so on and so forth. The real answer is exactly what happened. When Hashem gave the Torah, the entire world shook and the entire world heard the words, I am Hashem your God. You shall have no other gods but me, over me. Then the entire world, Jews and non-Jews alike, animals, plants, stars, and angels, high and great, and all those structures that many of us just have no idea what they are, they exist much, much higher than us, they all heard it and they all accepted it. God is the healer. What does it actually mean in practical terms? The practical terms it means when a person does something, they always have to consider that whatever they succeeded in doing or have a blockage in doing is in divine providence. I want to tell you an example. Yours truly is diabetic. So the doctors say, and Tati, my father was, my sister is, Mistama, they're right. Yes, sure, all right. So yours truly went to the doctor, did a blood test, the doctor fainted, said you have to do this, you have to do that. I received a very nice lady, nice Chinese lady, is a practitioner. What she says, the rabbi does, and from dangerous levels of sugar, I got it to stabilize. Thank God. Why? Because I went, it's a commandment of God to help you take care of yourself. You take care of yourself, he helps you. Now, it's not that I did anything wrong. I inherited a type of diabetes where the pancreas does not manufacture enough insulin. All right, so I changed my eating. Big deal. I'm over 60, thank God. I had enough cakes, cookies, and ice creams. Now, when the nurse practitioner, a nice lady, told me the range where I have to be between 6 and 10, 8 and 10, I got into 8 point something, and which is a miracle in very, very short time. Why? Because when I did it, and it's a chore, I ran here, I go there, new medication, new regime, you gotta go to sleep at this hour, you gotta eat in that hour, you can't touch this, you can't do that, because I did what I needed to do, thinking that I have a body that God gave me, I have to watch over it. And that's the power of months of Sivan. Always, constantly. We're not alone. We're not the bosses of this world. We are merely, all of us human beings, visitors here for a certain time and certain period. One of the worst illnesses people have is the fear that if they don't do something, nothing will work out. It's not true. It's not dependent on us. Look what happened to us in the last couple of years with COVID. Many businesses that people worked very hard for disappeared. On the other hand, there were some people, that they had to do with the manufacturing of masks, or the vaccination, or the machines that checks, all this that they started having a very good income and very good livelihood. It's all from God. And when a person realizes, doesn't matter who they are, that there is something beyond who we are, then the health is there. You come down. Somebody once asked me, Rabbi, we grew up to say, I can't call you Rabbi, call you I said, okay, what's the difference? That's who I am. Rabbi is just a name, just a title, yeah? Of course, it means a lot. It describes a lot, but nonetheless, I'm still hot. He said to me, what's the difference between being observant and not? I said, the weight of the world is off my shoulder. The feeling that I did this and did that and it's all my fault or my doing is gone. I don't feel that stress anymore. That's the most stressing thing there is. And I see it all around me. People, there is a God. Let him heal us. Let him give us the ability to relax. We don't run the world. Only he does. And therefore, this month, this giving of the Torah is an opportunity for all of us to reset our lives for a better, healthier future.